And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your friend Cheap Ludes. How are you doing? Let's look forward, gaze into the crystal ball as we do every Sunday, and try to predict what we're going to see in NBA 2K23 of my team. I feel like this year specifically, I've been doing these videos for 3 years now. Like not every week, but at least like a couple times a month, I'll do these prediction videos, right? And I gotta say, this year for sure is the absolute hardest to predict from a 2K content perspective. Like I feel like last year 2K21 got kind of difficult, but it was pretty predictable. Last year was super easy to predict what we were going to get. This year, I got to give credit to whoever handles the content implementation. Granted, I have not been happy with everything that they've done. I would like to state that because people are going to call me a shill if I just say that I give them credit for anything, period. But I gotta give them credit for just like making my life harder by just switching everything up all the time, where I truly never have any idea what's coming. Either way, let's take a look forward. Also, special shout out to everybody who's within a warm climate, dude, because I walked outside today and it was like 12 degrees. And I'm not gonna lie, a little part of me died. Like I shouldn't live in the Midwest because I hate the cold weather, but like realistically, it is the safest here from Armageddon purposes. So you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. But let's take a look at what we're going to see this week in 2K. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to see anything. I feel like I can't remember exactly when we got Embiid last year. Honestly, everything kind of blends together. But I think that was a Monday drop, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly what day that was. I probably could look, but that requires a little bit. You know what? I might as well just look. Let's err on the side of like not necessarily caution, but correct. That was Monday. So Monday we did get Embiid. Now, I don't really think that another high-tier option like a Joel Embiid, like a pink diamond, is going to drop tomorrow, but it is entirely possible. I mean, we could get like a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or a Darius Garland. I actually think that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander makes the most sense, and it would actually be very beneficial for them to drop like a pink diamond Shai at this point, because we did just get Magic, and it's not like Magic is the most overpowered card in the world. I mean, he does have weaknesses for sure, but for a specific niche, he is super overpowered, and we're starting to see kind of the onset of the wave of switch all defense, which is going to be a pretty ridiculous thing once people start getting these lineups. Once we see big point guards like Magic come out, you can pretty effectively run a switch all defense, and you can more easily throw someone like a Ben Simmons on the opposing point guard, because then you take Magic and have him guard the small forward, and like he'll be able to hold it down just fine against a small forward of really any size because he's 6'9". So it would be nice to see like a free option to kind of counter that, kind of how we saw Embiid drop for as a free option, you know, when we had Hakeem, had Kareem. So it was nice to kind of have that. I would like to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, he's not the biggest dude in the world. Like, I don't know what do they rate him at this time? Because I mean, sometimes he's, yeah, okay, so 6'6", 6'11" wingspan. So yeah, he would actually be, from a size perspective, perfect to kind of drop at this current moment. He's not the most meta card in the world, but he would be good. You know, he's got like Michael Jordan dribble style, and he moves relatively well, so he would be good. I don't know kind of what they're going to do. I mean, we have Royce O'Neal, who's available for another day and a half, basically. Definitely, I don't know. I mean, if you want to get that card, go for it. I don't think it's necessarily like a card you need to grind, but it's possible we see some moments, and it's also possible that we just see another like moments XP thing or moments thing for like a trophy case piece, because they are trying to speed up that trophy case process. So it's possible that maybe that would be what we get tomorrow, but I'm not really sure. Monday is kind of a weird content day. You never really know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates. I hate Forrest Gump, dude. I know it's like a hipster thing to hate Forrest Gump, but that movie is objectively trash, and I don't really care what anyone has to say. The movie's garbage, dude. Jenny sucks, bro. I just want to put that out there. Anyways, Tuesday. Hooray! We're also obviously gonna get teases for I don't know if it's I think it might be the final glitch pack. There might be one more, I don't know. We're getting teases for the glitch set that we're getting on Tuesday. At this point, we've gotten a shooting guard, a point guard, a center, and a power forward, so I think it's probably reasonable to assume that it's going to be a small forward. I'm not really sure who it would be. I mean, I was kind of on the money with Josh Smith, granted it wasn't completely correct. So I actually don't know like what kind of card that we're getting, because we're kind of in a weird position right now as far as like what cards are available. Where it's like it's a little too early to kind of switch positions. So we're not going to see guys like, for instance, like a Zion or something. Obviously, we're not going to get Zion because we already have one. But like guys like a Zion or like who's another one that's usually like a power forward center, but then they throw as like a small forward, power forward later on in the year. Chris Webber, like guys like that as a primary small forward. I don't think that's necessarily what we're going to see. We're also not at the point where they're going to start doing retouches on cards. So guys who've already gotten like a card, like a Paul Pierce would probably be the person who I would say if he hadn't already gotten a diamond earlier in the year, and I'm still not ruling him out. Or someone like Karolinko or like Carmelo Anthony would be the guys that I would typically say would get cards, but they've already received cards. I'm going to go with a hot take here, and I'm going to say Danny Granger. I don't necessarily think that's accurate, but he's kind of the perfect level for the glitch packs of like, he's still going to sell packs, but he's not like a Friday Premier player also. So I'm going to say like a Danny Granger, I think would be pretty accurate, if not Paul George outright. I could see them doing Paul George as well, and I think Paul George would be a good one. So I'm going to say one of those two guys. As far as the other glitch players, I'm not even going to try to guess the Evos because I don't know and I don't care. I mean, we could look at like random, like just dudes in general, just like random current series guys, because that's kind of what we've been getting. So I'm just looking through the NBA. I'm just going to shout out 3 random names that I think would make a lot of sense. We're going to say defensive or athleticism, CJ McCollum. That sounds about right. Let's see, what else? Who else? I'm going to say defensive, Christian Wood. Yeah, that sounds good. I like that. McCollum and Christian Wood sound good. There might be 2 big names for this, but you know, it is what it is. Let's hit the golds real quick. Where are the gold guys at? Because that's where we're going to find our gas out here. I'm going to say shooting Karis LeVert, actually. Yeah, shooting Karis LeVert makes sense. Then when it comes to the amethyst or the diamond, I think it is time for a diamond glitched big man. We've been getting a lot of glitched big men through this set, so I think it's time for like a diamond one. And I'm going to go with athleticism, Marc Gasol for the diamond. I don't know if that's going to be true, but we haven't gotten a Marc Gasol card yet, so it would make sense for that actually to happen. I actually would think that would be really good, to be honest. I would use athleticism, Marc Gasol. He might be like a top tier option, so maybe it's not the best idea, truly. I'm going to go with that or a shooting Bam Adebayo. Like, those are the 2 that I think would be good for diamond. And as far as the amethyst, what have we gotten from glitch amethyst? We got the shooting guard, and then I'm pretty sure we've gotten big men, right? Yeah, because so far with the diamonds, we gotten a point guard, shooting guard, power forward, shooting guard. So yeah, I would assume a big man's on the horizon here. And as far as the amethyst, we got center, shooting guard. So I'm going to go with a glitched amethyst point guard. And as far as, because that would make total sense, like a glitch amethyst point guard would make a lot of sense. And I don't know who necessarily it would be, but the people that I'm thinking of would be the CJ McCollum could easily be one of these 2. Like, this is about the time that a CJ McCollum would drop also, but oh man, you know what? Let's wing it, dude. Let's do an absolute wild card. Dunking Scott Skiles. Like, let's go with dunking Scott Skiles, dude, for sure. Why not? Dunking Scott Skiles sounds like a super fun time. So I'm gonna say, yeah, Scott Skiles, dude. That would be hilarious, honestly. A Scott Skiles that's absolutely raising up on people, or a Bob Cousy. I could see a Bob Cousy. I don't think we've gotten a Cousy yet this year, so that would actually make sense too. Like a dunking Scott Skiles or like a dunking Cousy. They could even wing it and go with a Stockton, but I don't really think so. So it is what it is. That's my prediction. Oh yeah, and we're getting another takeover player too. Like I said, the takeover players are impossible to predict. They're so random with it. We haven't gotten an NBA like current player, or at least like a recent enough player in a while. I think Kevin Johnson and Chuck Person are probably the 2 that are the most recent, right? Like, let me take a look because maybe I'm forgetting about somebody. But I'm pretty sure every single one of the Tuesday guys this year have been like randoms, right? Like, I'm almost certain that's what's happening. Where are my takeovers at? Let's go season 2, and then where are the takeovers? There we go. So yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone this season, for Tuesday anyway, has been super old. Kevin Johnson, Elvin Hayes, Nate Archibald, and Chuck Person. All the Fridays have been relatively recent, except for Kiki Vanderwee. I mean, with the Yeah, I mean 90s, 2000s. So the trend would say that we're probably getting another older player. So I would bank on someone like who's a good like a Bernard King or something of that nature. He actually is probably a good shout. Or like Bill Walton. Like I don't think we've seen Bill Walton this year, so probably someone like that. And I mean, we've gotten all the positions. I would guess it's probably gonna be a shooting guard though, because we haven't gotten any of those yet. Uh, Dude, I have no idea. Truly, like it could be anyone, but I'm gonna go with Bernard King. He's not a shooting guard, but it just sounds right. So let's go with that. Wednesday. We probably get some more moments challenges, nothing crazy. I would assume Wednesday is usually kind of like a dead content day, so I would assume we just get another moments of the week for a Hoff badge. I haven't done any of these. I'll probably go do the pool 36.1 for the Dreamer pack just for funsies tonight, but that's about it. I mean, honestly, I don't really care about trophy case pieces. Like, I'm about to have Jimmy Butler as I have to play 2 domination games. I got Rashard Lewis just because I had all the pieces for him already. And I'm about to get Lynn Sanity to run my bench point guard just for funsies because that's the homie. So I don't really care too much about trophy case pieces. So I'm not going to dwell on that too much, but it is what it is. Thursday, probably nothing. I would like to see more crossover series stuff just because it gives me something to do. I thought this was going to be kind of a weekly thing. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world that it's not, but these do expire at the end of the season, so I would like to see, like, you know, another set of them. I think it'd be cool. Like, get Myles Garrett in here, dude. Like, get someone else, you know. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I would like to have them continue to be online, by the way, because these are 2 of the better rubies, like, that most people have. So, I don't know. It'd be nice to see that. Friday's content. Oh, man. So a lot of people have been saying these content drops, at least the last couple Friday content drops, have been mid, like the main event and the Dreamer set. And to be honest, I would probably agree. Outside of the top tier cards, they are super mid. Like outside of, and honestly, that kind of went back to Dreamer main event because like Pioneers had Amari Stoudemire, who was really, really good for a power forward at the time. DeJounte Murray, who's great, obviously. And then 2 good budget options in Uber and Duncan. So they weren't quite as top heavy, and Nightmare was not top heavy at all. Like Diamond Ron, Caruso, like these guys were fire. So Anthony Simons and Terry Rozier are on every super sweat budget team. Same with Ruben Patterson. So it's like that was not a top heavy release. And I mean, this was though. This one was for sure. I mean, RJ Barrett and Karl Anthony Towns were almost 100K when they came out. So like now it's a little bit less top heavy because they're like semi affordable, but at the time it was. So I expect something like a Nightmare set, something big. The reason I expect that is because the game is going on sale. So they're going to want people to drop that pre-order VC. Oh, I don't know, dude. Do you get it if you... No, probably not. I don't think so. But if you buy the big edition, yeah, you still get that VC, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that. I don't know, man. I'm just a human. I be getting things wrong, you know? Don't hold me to a higher standard, okay? Either way, I would expect something rather large this weekend. I mean, we saw them kind of get rid of Durant, who was obviously big, but they got Magic out of the way pretty early. So here's my prediction for this weekend. We see Magic came out. He's obviously the top tier big man point guard, the only big man point guard truly. So I would assume that we're getting a very large scale set similar to a Nightmare, something guaranteed. I would assume it's going to have some VC component, like one of the pink diamonds will be able to be purchased by VC. I would assume they're going to try to get that money up. It's Black Friday, you know what I mean? But they're not going to run a VC sale, even though that would like help immensely. But whatever, it's besides the point. I'm not in the I'm not in the office to make these decisions for a reason. So I personally think it's going to be Giannis or Kobe. I would assume Giannis makes the most sense, but Kobe also makes a lot of sense too. I feel like both of them are equal in regards to pack draw. I feel like Kobe makes more money because there's actually people who will psychotically open $5,000 worth of packs. Shout out Troy Dan to get Kobe, and I feel like that's a big incentive for 2K. So I would assume Kobe makes the most sense. And then I'm going to say that there's going to be a bigger point guard in here too. Could be a pink diamond, could be a diamond, but I think there's going to be someone to kind of rival like a Magic Johnson in some capacity. So typical money would be on Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway is usually the guy they do. Usually after they drop a Magic or slightly before, they'll drop a Penny relatively soon around them, just to kind of compete. From a size perspective, so I would assume that if we don't get Penny this week, it'll probably be like the week after, and I think he'll be like a diamond. I don't think he'll be like a PD. As far as the other pink diamond, I have no idea. Honestly, I really don't. Like, I could be anyone. Truly, could be anyone. They went double cracked out 2000s guys in a row there. And then, well, 3 technically, because they brought Ron Artest in here. So they were big on the mid 2000s for a second. So it could be someone from around then. I still hold hope that, although I'll never get the card, I hold hope that it'll be like a super cracked out Darius Miles for no reason, just because. If it's not Kobe, I could easily see them going T-Mac, Giannis. Let me take a look back to 2K22 and check the updates from around Black Friday time, because I'm curious to see kind of what they were dropping around this time. This would have been a little bit towards the end of November. Let me look. It's the 20th today, so let's see what's up. Okay. 19th would have been last Friday, or that would have been this past Friday, I think, actually. So that was like John Wall, Penny, yeah, George Mikan. But what was the pack after that? That's the key. That's what we're looking at, because that's going to be more attuned to what we're going to see. Yeah, it was quite literally Mystic packs. Yeah, Hakeem, T-Mac, Giannis. So I would assume it's going to be Kobe and someone else big. I could even see Kobe, Shaq, honestly. A couple people that are going to really drive pack revenue is what we're going to see. So, and I mean, the Mystic set was good. The homie Wang ZZ and Jonathan Isaac, who people were running with God Squads, and he was a Sapphire. Eddie Jones was my shooting guard for a minute. Shout out to Eddie Jones. So I assume we're going to get something pretty big. If it's not literally, again, Tracy McGrady and Giannis, which is very possible that they just kind of copy paste that aspect of it, it'll be like Kobe and David Robinson, or like Kobe and Shaq or something. So, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. If you're this far into the video, you should definitely check out the Our Team podcast. We premiere when this drops, probably like 30 minutes from when this drops. So you definitely want to come in the premiere chat. Episode is spicy. I was about to punch a hole in my monitor while recording it, so you know that it was probably a good one or a bad one. Not sure. For me, I mean, the episode's entertaining regardless. So you should definitely go watch the premiere. And if you can't watch the premiere, definitely watch it later. Leave a like on this video. Do all that YouTube stuff that I hate doing because I feel like I'm begging. I'll be back with more content later. Tier lists are actually going to start now. I've been waiting to do tier lists because the game is like very hard for me to assign tiers to cards because it's so subjective that I haven't wanted to do tier lists. And half of that is because every person that I saw do tier lists too early had to go back and redo their own tier list because they were so massively wrong about the game. And that is what I'm trying to avoid. So I think enough time has passed that I am able to actually do the tier list. So, hey, if you want the tier list, comment down below. As always, salute, Dipset.